Welcome. Greetings of peace and love and joy and happiness, good health. We're just so excited about getting this new year off to a good start. And when we say good, we mean by focusing on our dedication to the spiritual path. We are Miracles with a Twist Conversations. I'm Reverend Cardona. This is Reverend Lisa Benton. We greet you with great open hearts and open minds. We're looking forward to whatever direction we need to go to dig deep and unpack issues related to A Course in Miracles, and very specifically issues related to conversations that we have and discussions that we have during our Miracles with a Twist podcast, video podcast, which drops every Thursday. So please join us for that as well as for this. If you need and would like to go back to see archived broadcasts that we've done together, you can find them on MWAT Conversations on our Facebook page, as well as on our YouTube channel, MWAT Conversations. That stands for Miracles with a Twist Conversations. So let's begin together with a nice deep breath of unity, and then exhale into our hearts. We feel our heartbeats. And that heartbeat is a reminder that we are all connected. We're all connected by love, by intention, by the willingness to do better and be better. As we ask for direction, tell us where to go, what to do, what to say, and to whom. We are very thankful for this awesome opportunity to be joined, brothers and sisters, mighty companions, kindred spirits on this very sacred path. So we take another nice deep breath together, and we exhale into the present moment with gratitude and balance. Hello, Goddi Lisa.
Hello, RevLo.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you. It's great to be here as always. And as always, I have things that resonated with me that I want to talk about that you spoke about on Thursday. And today is actually the second conversations that we've had this year, but Thursday was the first Miracles with a Twist for the new year. So you started out really nicely with every year we want to begin our year with new eyes, seeing things with new eyes, and how can I see this differently? And one of the things that you said too was that, and this is from the Course, is that an untrained mind can do nothing. So, which is true. An untrained person who wants to play the guitar and isn't trained isn't going to play the guitar. But so I got to thinking, what resonated with me almost right off the bat was how often I say, help me to see this differently. Help me to perceive things differently. Help me. And I get an immediate calm. But with my new eyes, of my 2023 eyes, it dawned on me that while I do find myself defaulting when my thoughts are running crazy or whatever, or just out of balance, I default to help me to see things differently, help me to see peace in this, whatever it is. However, I realized that I do it a lot, if not constantly, over the same things. So I was wondering, what am I missing here? I ask to see things differently. I get calm. I get out of my head. And maybe an hour later, a day later, whatever, the exact same thing is ticking me off or getting in my head or just aggravating me, whatever. I'm judging a person or I'm judging a situation. So I'm like, with my new 2023 eyes, I've got to go further. And so with it made me think of, the untrained mind can do nothing. So while I was going through the steps, it's the way I see it, while I was going through the steps, which I think is essential, I know was essential for me to get to where I am right now with my 2023 eyes, I wasn't going deep enough to determine, like, for example, why do I keep having to say, help me see this differently, over the same things over and over and over again? So I decided that what I need to do is to, when I have called upon Spirit, Jesus, God, to help me to see things differently, help me to see peace in this, whatever it is I'm asking, that I take a moment to allow Spirit to fill me with new vision, not contacts, but like LASIK.
Yeah.
So I can actually, I know why I'm doing this, or at least I'm on the path. Because if I'm repeating something over and over and over again, I'm obviously, there's an issue within me that I have not resolved. And it may not resolve the way I want it to, or whatever, or as quickly as I'd like it to. But I have my thing for 2023 is my new eyes. My new eyes are going to observe me observing whatever is going on, that I'm asking Spirit to help me see things differently, so that I can make room for the filling of that space that I have released, because I want to see peace, and I do, but fill it up so I don't take back with me, unravel it as soon as I feel fine. I just unravel it and come back into that same situation. Like I said, no more glasses, I want LASIK. So anyway, that is what I am looking for, and I'm going to be working really hard on, and joyfully through 2023, because I'm like, I don't know how people feel starting the book again year after year after year, but this makes it, and I can see where one, including myself, where am I going to go this year with it, with the book? Where am I, what am I looking for, or whatever? But this, and sometimes I have a clear intention and sometimes I don't. But when you said, we're going to look at this with new eyes, and I just thought, I'm doing this. This is what I'm doing. And I really had this transformation. So I am very excited about 2023 and my new eyes. Now, this is all joyful and making me feel good. And I'm going to take up, I'm going to take on this new vision with such joy and so forth. I am doing the lessons this year a little bit differently than I normally do them, because I've done them pretty much a lot. And so I thought I would take Ken Wapnick with me. So I'm focusing, I'm going to do my daily practices, but I'm going to do it with Ken Wapnick and his journey through the workbook. Well, it's like, as soon as I decided I'm going to see with new eyes and observe myself observing what I'm looking at, oh my goodness, with the workbook and Ken Wapnick, it's like, wait a minute, this is supposed to be fun and easier for me, and it's not miserable, but it's different. It's really different. So that was my first thing that was, okay, you need to calm down and observe yourself, observing what you want to see differently, because I was judging Ken Wapnick, who the man I invited into my home to walk with me
Right.
through the lessons. So I immediately was able to start right away with new eyes on the lessons with the help of Ken Wapnick. So, and that's really kind of beautiful. It really is. But it was like, boo-hoo, because I was all excited. And then I was like, boo-hoo, and now I'm all excited again. Because as I realized what I was doing, that I was expecting Ken Wapnick to tell me everything that I needed to know or whatever, and he wasn't. He was creating this, you know, help me to see things differently and help me not to judge and so forth. It was kind of funny. It's just kind of funny. And I am very excited about 2023, my new eyes and this new perspective. And I are going to become great buddies by the end of the year. Or, you know, we'll agree to disagree, whatever. But I'm very excited about it, and that's where I am. And when you just started out with the new eyes, I was like, yeah, because I've been very annoyed with glasses too. So I think that's something to do with it. I'm like, I don't want to wear glasses anymore. Hey, that's the new eyes. So anyway, take it away.
Well, I absolutely love the analogy of LASIK versus contacts or glasses, because that is so true. You know, the glasses help us to see, but LASIK brings us back to seeing. And that's what spiritual journey is all about, any spiritual journey that we're on. And when you say, I don't know what to do with the book, sometimes it's like, the book is just a tool. It's just just like the Bible or any scripture or the world, you know, anything that we do, it's a tool for reminding us what our intentions are, who we want to be, how we want to be, how we want to see the world. So yeah, we're having spiritual LASIK surgery for this. But you know, the thing is that even with LASIK surgery, it takes some adjustment. You know, anybody I know who's had it, they had to have a little bit of adjustment to it. And the thing is, when you were saying, you know, I want to see things differently, and then tomorrow I find myself judging again. And that goes back to your first analogy of guitar playing. You know, I've been playing the same 4 chords since I'm 14 years old. That's a long time ago. But if I want to learn a new song, I need to learn the song from scratch, you know? And if there's a chord in there that I'm not familiar with, then I need to learn that chord. So just because I know guitar doesn't mean I know every song. And that's the same thing with our spiritual path. You know, it's always brand new. We have a certain amount of muscle memory, a spiritual memory, you know, around, oh, I want to see this differently, but here I go into my judgment. And the great thing about having a foundation is that we catch ourselves. Yeah. That's the difference. You know, it's a difference in me handing the guitar to somebody who's never played and just, you know, just starts, like when I do it, like with the kids, you know, they just start strumming. They're not playing anything. They're making some noise. And it's the same thing if we're just going to make noise out in the world, you know. I'm just making noise, but I'm not living it. And that's why we have these reminders when we've already made a commitment to not be judgment. And next thing you know, you're like, blah, blah, blah with somebody over something that you're judging. And then you go, oh, wait a minute. I just did that recently with somebody. I was having a conversation and I was going off into my, you know, what it sounded like a little bit of a victim story. And we were standing behind a couple of chairs. And I remember leaning on the chairs and say, I'm going to stop this. I said that, right? I said, I'm going to stop this conversation. I said, because I'm hearing myself. I don't want to engage in those conversations anymore. I mean, I was leading the conversation, so I had control over changing it, you know. It's like, let me stop it now because I'm more aware. I'm quicker to catch myself, even if I have to say it out loud, you know. I was like, whoa, where am I going? I need to stop this. I need to stop talking in this direction. And my friend was very kind. She goes, oh, maybe you just need to vent. I said, no, actually I don't. Because venting is really giving an excuse to my judgment, and I really don't need, I don't need to do that anymore. Thanks for the 5 minutes. I don't need it anymore. So an interesting thing happened on this Sunday. I met with a friend of mine up in West Palm Beach who wanted to do the white stone ceremony. I think I told you I was going up there to do that. And it's a yearly ritual of you get this little stone and you do a meditation and you get a word, and that word is supposed to be your focus for the year. So me and my arrogance, I said, oh, I already have my word. And she said, how do you know? And I said, because it's always the same word. It's the same word every year. And she said, just be open. Just be open. So I said, okay, yeah, you're right. And sure enough, it was a new word.
Wow.
And yeah, so I thought the word was going to be peace. I always get that word every year. But this time the word was light. But in my joining with the meditative vibration, whatever was going on, I got the sense that I needed to write the word light. What's this?
Vertically.
Vertically, thank you. I had to write it vertically and then use it as an acronym. So the acronym is, the word is light, but it came out as love, inspire, go higher, and trust. Love,
wow.
Inspire, go higher, and trust.
Wow. That's the heaviest, deepest white stone story I've ever heard. And I've heard a lot of them.
Thank you. And I loved it. They give you this little pencil. So I'm trying to make the L and the L-I-G-H-T really dark, and then the words going across, because it really came to me very emphatically that that's what it is. That it's not just light, but it's that I need to embody the light by loving, inspiring, going higher, and trusting. And so of course by the end of the day, it was all smeared and stuff. So I actually printed it out and put it on my stone, because I said, I'm taking this very seriously. And so that evening, I went to another sacred ceremony, which was with Dean Grace Telesco at the Darshan Center for Spiritual Evolution. And they were doing something similar, but it was on cards. And on the card, it said, this year I am, and it was whatever you're supposed to fill it out. So then they wanted you to get up and tell your sentence. So instead of reading the sentence, I of course had to tell the whole story of what happened that morning with the white stone ceremony, So the friend that I went with, she got up and read her card, and she read from Miracles with a Twist podcast. And she said, yeah, she said, it struck me that so deeply. So she said that what she wants to embrace for the year is to see the light of the beloved and not the behavior, not to focus on the behavior.
Yes.
And I was so touched by that, because it came directly from the Miracles with a Twist podcast, but also it reminded me that what we're doing, what I'm doing, what we are doing, what we're all doing really does make a difference. When we embody the light and want to share the light, and then someone else takes that light and makes it brighter, not because any one of us has a brighter light, but because as brothers and sisters, when we share the light, that is what makes the brighter light, to the joining of hearts, the joining of minds, my light and your light. It's like the unity candle in marriages. Sometimes people have this ritual where one has the one candle, the other one has the other candle, and then they join together and they light the middle candle to show the oneness, the joining, and the brighter light that now extends higher. And so I felt as though the message of the morning that said, be the light by loving, inspiring, going higher, and trusting where it is that I need to go to do better and be better, that it actually was picked up and joined with another person. And hopefully all of us, not just what I say, but what we all say from our hearts, and how we all join in love and kindness and compassion in that light and in that spirit of spiritual LASIK surgery, so that we can see each other as the light behind the behavior. Because if I'm just focused on your behavior, I'm not focusing on the beloved that you truly are. And so these analogies are just reminding us, the analogies that you made today to the guitar playing and the LASIK surgery, they're reminding us that it really is up to us. Nobody's going to do it for us. You know, it's up to us every day to wake up and set that intention to read Ken Wapnick. I'm pointing that way because my book's back there. But I'm with you on this. You know, I'm reading Ken Wapnick every day also, and it's a new way to see the lessons by seeing it through someone else's eyes, you know. And once again, we're joining with another in the light, in the love, in the intention of doing better, being better, rising higher, praying harder, loving steadily, forgiving readily, you know, because that's ultimately what the light is. And that's where the course is taking us. And so I'm so glad that we are continuing to remind each other of the importance of looking at each other with new eyes, and not being hard on ourselves when we catch ourselves judging, because it is just a catch. We can release it, you know, or hang out with it for a few minutes, but then notice that, you know, I'm doing too much. That was the first time, I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe that's the first time I actually stopped myself in the middle of a sentence in a conversation to say, wait a minute, what am I, you know what?
Where am I going?
Yeah, I don't want to continue entertaining this conversation.
That's awesome.
From my part, you know, because I'm the one who is going into a bit of a complaint about something. You know, and it was the past, you know, and the course tells us don't use your light to shine on someone else's past. Right. That's not what we're given tools. That's not what we're giving these spiritual tools. We're giving them to shine on ourselves, and through ourselves to shine out into the world. You know, in the full moon now, when I do my full moon ceremonies, it's dark early. You know, it gets dark like 5:30, and I'm out there at 7 o'clock. So Tanzua, our beloved Tanzua, she gave me this neck flashlight. So it comes around my neck, and then there's a little light on either side. And so I use it to read and to, you know, so I can see what I'm doing. And then I have these gloves that they light up. I press on the gloves and they light up. So when I'm doing the blessing over people, they're all lit up, you know.
Cool.
And then when I go down to the water to do the final ritual, I'm all lit up because the light is coming up from the ocean. And I love the visual because it's light. It just, everybody's lit up, and it makes for great pictures too. But the pictures, all they show you is the light, you know, and it's such a great reminder that we are light. And in those moments when we're filled with that feeling of connection, we can just take it with us, because it's not behind us. It's not anywhere other than in us. And it's up to us to turn that flashlight on. Just like when I have those little things around my neck, you know, it's up to me to turn them on so I can illuminate whatever it is I need to see. We could do that spiritually, illuminate the love, the beloved, so we can truly see who they truly are. Amen. I'm getting sort of like on my preacher's box here.
That's cool. That's cool. And I just have to say one thing before I close with a prayer, or a reflection, actually. But the other thing that resonated with me, besides the new eyes, was the seeing the beloved and not the behavior. But I realized that for us to talk within the time range that we want to keep things, I couldn't go there too, because I'd be going off and trying to come back and trying to tie them in. I thought, no. And then you brought it up, so it was all brought up.
Yes, there you go.
So because I just thought that was so beautiful, seeing the beloved, not the behavior, because that helps with the whole surgery.
That's right.
What's going on with the eyes. And so I just wanted to point out that little bit of synchronicity that I was intentionally not supposed to get all balled up and trying to figure out how to talk about two things.
I took it for you. Spiritual synchronicity. We are connected.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So I'd like to close today with a reflection from our buddy Marianne Williamson, and it's on becoming who you are. Wherever you've been and whatever you've done so far, your entire life was building up to this moment. Now it is the time to burst forth into your greatness, a greatness you could never have achieved without getting through exactly the things you've gone through. Everything you've experienced was grist for the mill by which you have become who you are. As low as you might have descended, in God there are no limits to how low you can go now. It is not too late. You are not too damaged. In fact, you are better than you know. Amen.
Ah, man, I love that so much. I'm just going to go put a mark on that page to come back to it. That's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Thank you so much. God bless
Thank
you.
you. Love you.
See you Love you. See you Thursday for Miracle.
Okey doke.
Bye.